The Council of Vrex had made their decision with cold precision. The human colony on Tarja 9 had expanded beyond acceptable parameters, and examples needed to be made. Not through orbital bombardment or military engagement, such methods drew unwanted attention from the Galactic Assembly. No, the Vrex preferred subtlety wrapped in plausible deniability. They would send Ravara. The beast had been engineered across 3 generations, a masterwork of bioweapon design. Standing 12 feet at the shoulder, covered in obsidian scales that could deflect plasma fire, with claws that carved through reinforced steel like soft clay. Its nervous system operated on reflexes faster than most species could perceive. The Vrex had tested Ravara on 17 different worlds against 43 sentient species. The results were always the same: total annihilation. The target profile was elementary: a human research outpost, population 47, studying Tarja 9's unique crystalline forests. The Vrex would release Ravara at night. By morning, the outpost would be silent. The investigation would conclude that local megafauna had proven more dangerous than anticipated. Tragic, but natural. The human expansion would pause, reconsider, retreat. Commander Thexval watched through the deployment shuttle's monitors as Ravara's containment pod descended toward the forest canopy. The beast's vital signs remained steady, its combat hormones already elevating in anticipation. Everything proceeded according to specification. Target acquisition in 90 seconds, the pilot reported. Thexval nodded. By dawn, this would be concluded. Ravara's pod split open with a pneumatic hiss. The beast emerged into Tarja 9's night, its 6 eyes adjusting instantly to the darkness. Scent receptors analyzed the air. Carbon dioxide, organic compounds, the distinctive chemical signature of human metabolism. 47 sources, clustered in structures 1 kilometer north. The hunt began. Ravara moved through the crystalline forest with practiced silence, despite its massive frame. Instinct and engineering aligned perfectly. Stalk, isolate, eliminate. The beast had done this countless times. Humans were soft, slow, fragile. The kill would be efficient. The outpost perimeter came into view. Prefabricated buildings arranged in a defensive cluster, lights dimmed for night cycle. Ravara's tactical processors identified optimal breach points, calculated attack vectors, prioritized targets. Then the beast paused. Something moved in the clearing ahead. Small, solitary, separate from the main cluster. A human, juvenile specimen based on size markers. Female, Ravara's genetic memory supplied, though such distinctions meant nothing to a weapon. The girl sat on a flat stone, surrounded by portable lights that cast a gentle glow across the clearing. She was making something. Small crystals from the forest arranged in patterns. Her hands moved with focused concentration, occasionally pausing to examine her work from different angles. Ravara's combat protocols demanded immediate action. Isolated target, optimal conditions. Strike now. But the beast remained still. The girl hummed softly as she worked. Not words, just a melody that drifted through the night air. She seemed utterly unaware of the apex predator crouched in the shadows mere meters away. Or perhaps she simply felt no fear in this place she'd chosen to call home. Ravara's processing centers encountered an unexpected conflict. Every biological imperative screamed for attack. Yet something in the beast's ancient, pre-engineering DNA whispered different instructions. This small creature posed no threat, showed no aggression, simply existed in a moment of quiet creation. The girl selected another crystal, holding it up to the light. It refracted into rainbow patterns that danced across her face. She smiled, an expression that translated across species as pure contentment, and placed the crystal in her arrangement. Ravara took one step forward, then another. The girl looked up. For 3 heartbeats, neither moved. The beast that had slaughtered thousands stood in the light, obsidian scales gleaming, claws extended. The human child sat among her crystals, eyes wide but curiously unafraid. "Hi there," she said softly. "You're pretty amazing." Ravara's threat assessment systems failed to detect fear pheromones. The girl showed elevated curiosity, mild surprise but no terror. She treated the engineered killing machine as if it were, what? An animal? A potential friend? Are you lost? The girl tilted her head. You look like you could use some rest. She patted the ground beside her. Against every protocol, every conditioned response, every genetic imperative embedded in its DNA, Ravara moved forward. The beast lowered itself to the ground, scales rasping against stone, and settled beside the small human. The girl returned to her crystal arrangement, humming that wordless melody. After a moment, she leaned against Ravara's side, using the beast as a backrest while she worked. Warmth radiated from the small body. Ravara's combat hormones began to decline. The beast's breathing slowed, synchronized unconsciously with the girl's gentle rhythm. I'm Kira, by the way, the girl said conversationally. I come out here when I can't sleep. The crystals are so beautiful at night, don't you think? Ravara had no capacity for speech, but something in the beast's chest rumbled. Not a growl, but a sound closer to acknowledgement, perhaps even agreement. Time passed. Kira finished her arrangement and sat back to admire it. Perfect, she whispered. Then she yawned, a very human expression of exhaustion. I should probably get back before my mom notices I'm gone. She looked up at Ravara. Will you be okay out here? Do you need anything? The beast that had been designed to kill her simply watched with its 6 eyes. Something fundamental had shifted in Ravara's neural architecture. Not a malfunction, but perhaps the opposite. A function finally working as biology intended, beneath all the engineering. Okay, Kira said. She reached up, impossibly brave, and placed one small hand on Ravara's scaled foreleg. Sleep well, friend. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. She gathered her lights and walked back toward the outpost, humming her melody into the night. She looked back once, waved, then disappeared between the buildings. Ravara remained in the clearing, surrounded by crystals that caught starlight. The beast kill protocols remained active but ignored, overridden by something far older and more powerful than Vrex engineering. When the search team arrived at dawn, they found the clearing first. Commander Thexaval stood frozen, analyzing the scene through his scanner. Ravara lay curled in the center, completely dormant. No blood, no bodies, no destruction. Sir, the pilot reported, voice tight with confusion, the human settlement is intact. All 47 life signs confirmed. No casualties. Impossible, Thexval whispered. As they approached, Ravara stirred. The beast opened its eyes and looked at the Vrex with something that might have been contempt, or perhaps pity. Then Ravara stood and walked away, deeper into the crystalline forest, away from the outpost it had been designed to destroy. The beast moved with purpose now, but not the purpose the Vrex had intended. In the clearing, arranged in careful patterns, crystals caught the morning light and scattered rainbows across the ground, where a human child and an engineered monster had spent the night not as predator and prey, but as something the Vrex had never anticipated, as friends. The Council would need new plans, because humanity, as always, had changed the equation in the most unexpected way possible. Not through strength or technology, but through the simple, revolutionary act of kindness offered freely to a creature that had been created only to kill. And that perhaps was the most terrifying weapon of all.